Hello all, time for another coffee with Kilroy, or what I many times call beverage in a book. Well, you know the beverage. There it is. Ooh, I'm almost out of coffee. And today, the book is, well, books. I'm folding this book, This Day in History, Great Battles, into my Tales of War coverage. You know, each of these books have 365, actually more, not even counting a leap year, but they have some of these have multiple entries per day, especially Tales of War. But I'm combining them into my Tales of War coverage for your convenience. And today's date is March 11th. So what do we have on March 11th? What happened on this day in history? What great battle? So March 11th, 1387, day of the Condottieri. Between the 13th and 16th centuries, many Italian states hired mercenary captains called Condottieri to fight their battles. One of the most famous was the Englishman Sir John Hawkwood. On March 11th, 1387, in command of an army representing the city of Padua, he fought the Battle of Castagnaro. Man, all right, wait, coffee. You know, it's like a drinking game every time I butcher something. You got to take a drink. And, you know, if you're drinking something harder than coffee, you might not be able to finish one of my episodes. Against the army of the city of Verona, Hawkwood, with 7,000 men at arms, 1,000 foot soldiers, and 600 mounted English archers, defeated Giovanni de Ordelaffi's Veronese army of 9,000 men at arms, 2,600 crossbowmen and pikemen, and untrained militia. Hawkwood deployed his men in marshy terrain behind the stream, resisting successful enemy charges before unleashing a cavalry charge that broke the Veronese. So here we go. A quote here. Tell me how you wish me to deal with these enemies of yours, for they are not able to camp, and I will deliver them in your hands in whatever manner you wish. So there we go. A little quote there. And so that is March 11th, 1387, the Battle of Castagnaro. Oh, man. Time to drink again. Here we go. So what game do I have for you today? Well, fittingly, I have Condottieri. This was in Wargamer magazine. Let's see, this was back in when it was $9.95. I picked this up years later. I think this was done like in 85 or so, or in the 80s. I picked it up, you know, much later than that. And it was I think it was a used copy. Maybe I punched the counters out. I can't remember. I can't remember if I played this or not. I have a lot of games and have played a lot of games and bought a lot of games. So, but yeah, Wargamer magazine. I pulled the rules out. It does have the rules in the middle here, and so it was a little rusty on the side there, but it's you know, triple column or 3 columns of rules, all black and white. I mean, again, this is, let's see what the copyright date on this is. I'm not seeing a copyright date right jumping out at me here. This is June 1986, right there, June 1986. So, yeah, I didn't have a lot of full color stuff back then, but there is a sample of the units. You've got melee, combat strength, morale, and movement. So one thing, the combat factors are pretty high there. You have a defense fire defense factor, which is really kind of small number there. And then on some units, you have range, fire combat strength, and the like there. And here's a sample leader. Combat modifier, morale modifier, and movement, and then command capacity and command radius. So we have a full kind of leader, command and control leader concept here. You have facing is going to be important. Zones of control, command, fire, combat, melee, or melee. Let's call the whole thing off. Disruption, rally. Here's some more rules about leaders and special rules. And then you have your charts here. Your melee, bombard, missile, and a whole bunch of more charts here on the back, as you can see here. So map, well, let's look at the counters real quick. We saw some of the explanation of the counters. These are typical war game magazine counters of the day, kind of thin. But, you know, I like the blue. The white on blue is very clear. The black on red is okay. Maybe it's just because the age of the counters. Then we have some pink ones in there and some white ones as well, as you can see. So those are the counters. And the map board is interesting. This pink background, I mean, back in the day, you know, the printers had limited, or the publishers had limited printing that they could do, you know, certain limited palette of colors. And so you got some interesting combinations. This kind of light pink, and maybe this was a more vibrant pink back in the day. This is an older game. But here's the map. Here is the city of Castagnaro. Time to drink again, right? And here is a long ditch, you know, we have here, and a road. And so we have all the terrain set up here that was described in that really brief entry there. We also have a terrain effects chart that has quite a bit of information on effect on movement, effect on melee, effect on fire, and a turn record track. So there you have it. That is the game that I wanted to share with you today as part of this day in history, Great Battles, which is part of my ongoing Tales of War, where I'm kind of going day by day, but not in a row, right? Like we're open 24 hours, but not in a row. Great Battles, Condottieri, the game. Thought I'd share that with you today on a Coffee with Kilroy. Thanks for stopping by. If you played this game, let me know what you think about it. It does look very, it does look interesting. I think, I mean, you're reflecting the combat of, you know, the late 1300s, early 1400s, you know, so we still have, you know, pike, musket and pike situation here with, you know, gunpowder starting to make more of a play. But as you saw, a lot of the charts were melee charts. So a lot of up close and personal stuff going on on the battlefield during this time period. Anyway, thanks all. I hope you're having a good one, and let me know what you think. Bonus material, yes. There was errata even back in the 80s. Can you believe that? I mean, everybody complains about errata in war games, especially magazine games. But hey, here's the errata, the map errata that was back in 1986. So there you go. Eat your heart out, Compass Games. Thanks for watching.